Hello and welcome to Daily Reflection with Aneel Aranha. If this is the first time you're joining us, may I suggest you subscribe to our channel. Click the button below for some really great content. Today is the 26th of October 2019 and we're going to reflect on the Gospel of Luke chapter 13 verses 1 to 9. Listen. At that very time there was some present who told him about the Galileans whose blood Pilate had mingled with their sacrifices. He asked them, "Do you think that because these Galileans suffered in this way, they were worse sinners than all other Galileans? No, I tell you, but unless you repent, you will perish as they did. Or those 18 who were killed when the Tower of Siloam fell on them. Do you think they were worse offenders than all the others living in Jerusalem? No, I tell you, but unless you repent, you will all perish just as they did." Then he told this parable. A man had a fig tree planted in his vineyard, and he came looking for fruit on it and found none. So he said to the gardener, "See here, for 3 years I have come looking for fruit on this fig tree, and still I find none. Cut it down. Why should it be wasting the soil?" He replied, "So let it alone for 1 more year until I dig around it and put manure on it. If it bears fruit next year, well and good, but if not, you can cut it down." The Gospel of the Lord. I don't know if you've realized this, but Jesus has become the bad guy. Ask the average person on the street what he thinks about some of the things that are now legal in most countries in the world, like abortion, and they will say it is okay. And if you were to tell them that God says this is sinful and could have eternal repercussions, they will say that he does not respect the rights of women, that he is a sexist. But that is only one of the labels now being assigned to God. Bigotry is another, because he's totally intolerant of the views of people. Consequently, Jesus has become the bad guy. But we can't have that, can we? So we need to reshape him in our image and likeness. We have to make him liberal, where he permits us to do anything we want. And of course, because he's so loving and forgiving, at the end of our lives, he's going to wave us all into heaven, regardless of what we do, killing unborn babies included. I think we need to get real. If this is what we believe, and this is what we're teaching others to believe, let us not pretend to be followers of Christ. Let us declare ourselves pantheists. Toss the Bible out of the window, and because Jesus is just one among other gods, let us bow before stone statues and prostrate ourselves before Mother Nature. But if we believe in the Bible, if we believe in Jesus, let us take the words in today's passage seriously. Pontius Pilate had just had a whole bunch of Galileans put to death. A few others had died as they were crushed by a tower, presumably as they were on their way to worship. The Jews thought that these people had what they were coming because of their sins. Jesus told them that they were all sinners, even though honestly they tried to lead a holy life. Definitely no abortions there. And unless they repented, they were all going to perish. To perish is to become destroyed or ruined. It means to cease to exist, and that's for eternity. Unless we repent, we too will perish. Yes, that sounds like a harsh God, but remember, this same God sent his son Jesus to die for us so that we won't perish. That sounds to me like a very loving God. He is not the bad guy. He's the good guy, and we better pay heed. God bless you.